Okay, thanks for coming everyone this evening. Lovely to see you all. So I'd like to introduce you to those who don't know, Helen Williams, holistic practitioner, and she specialises in colour, and that's what she's going to talk to us about this evening. So with no further ado, I will pass over to Helen.
Hi, okay, so I am Helen. I'm going to try and make this as interactive as possible because I think a lot of you are completely aware of energy, frequency and vibration. So I'm going to whiz through the basics and then try and make it interactive, and just keep an eye on the time because I'll ramble on otherwise. So shall I share the screen then, Karen? Should I be able to do that?
Yeah, you should be able to do that, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let me make sure. Okay, let me just go into that one and that one. Okay. Okay, can you see that?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, and you can hear me okay?
Yep, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. So again, I'm sort of talking to the preaching to the converted, really. You know a lot of this, but I will whiz through basics and we'll try and explore some colors between you. I'm a color practitioner and teacher. I do Reiki, massage, aromatherapy, EFT and tapping as well. And I like to combine the colors with it because it's very powerful, very swift and very beautiful. And I came to it, well, I discovered colors about 30 years ago in the form of aurosoma, but as life does, it takes you on a little bit of a twisting and turning journey, and it's all part of your soul path. So colors found me again in the form of color mirrors, and yeah, this is where I'm at. So just to sort of go straight into it, I want you to pick a number between 1 and 87, and if you can, write it down in the chat, and then perhaps Karen can just screenshot it later and send it to me, and I will send you what that bottle is. So if you could just tune into how you're feeling and just pick a number and then write it down, okay? And then put your hand up when you've done it. Let me know you've all done it. Now, I can't see all of you on screen at the moment, so just... yeah, done? Are we all done?
I think we are.
Okay. Okay, so we'll come back to that. What I'm going to do is each number will relate to a particular bottle in color mirrors, and that will be telling you a message for how you're feeling today. So we might have to do that one later depending on time. So I might send that through to you. But again, if this is recorded, people can do that as well, and I can send it through to them at a later date. That's no problem. This is me. This is my modalities, if you like. And there's my beautiful Zen master, and this is the hut with the colors in, and the ones at the bottom are actually sprays. So my main message and theme I kind of wanted to get into tonight was really how we can help the collective, because most of us here are serving mankind and we're in the field of energy work and practitioners. So it is always, how can we help the world? And the only way is to heal ourselves, and that is really to see what reflection is coming back to us, because we create our own reality, and the colors literally hold a mirror up to your soul. And through the law of attraction, your thoughts are electric, your feelings are magnetic. So what you feel, you will magnetize back to you, and what you think, you will also create. So it's really important for us to clear through our own stuff, come into alignment with ourselves, so that we are manifesting the reality that we want, because we manifest all the time, but we tend to do it on autopilot if we're not conscious. So what is color mirrors? It literally is holding up a mirror to your soul, to your higher self. It bypasses the left brain. It goes straight to, because it's color, it's frequency, vibration, it's right brain stuff, and it's communicating directly with you. So it gets out of the way of your brain, so you can't hide, basically. Okay. There's the colors again. It works in line with the chakra system. Very basically, it's tuning in with the chakras. Now, there are many, many more chakras than what's in your body, but essentially this is the energies that it's working with. And as you all know, we're all light beings, and everything we see in color is a reflection of light. So it's different frequencies of reflections of light. And so that's where the word human comes from. It's hue, the color of man. So we're all different reflections of that. And this is a little bit of a, you know, different wavelengths and vibrations. It's the same as sound. It's a little bit more subtle, but it, you know, in the beginning where there was sound and light, it is a wavelength, and different colors hold different wavelengths and so on. So there's obviously wavelengths and frequencies that we can't see with our naked eye. And, you know, some of the enlightened chakras that are coming through, we probably can't see them yet. There's a little idea of what's going on way out in our outer fields. And this is just saying what I've just said before. It helps to reveal stuck and hidden and blocked emotions. So emotions are just energy in motion that have been stuck in the body. And so there's no new emotions, only old emotions. So these come back from childhood, the womb, past lives, and we just keep sort of repeating until we get sicker and sicker, or we have more and more disastrous relationships, or we're more and more in poverty consciousness, and we finally realize we've got to do something about it. And then we begin the process of looking within. Tesla, biggest name in the world right now, he says, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. And I believe when somebody said to Einstein, how does it feel to be the most intelligent person on the planet? He said, I don't know, you'll have to ask Tesla. So yeah, these are the color mirror sprays. So these are single frequency. These are like little bottles of perfume almost, and they chip away at your energy field. I carry one around in my handbag. You spray them and you literally waft them over your energy field, your electromagnetic energy field, and you're taking in that particular frequency. And each one has a different message. This is Green Angel. So this is about the heart chakra. This is about opening up your heart space and helping you to feel peace and harmony and less anxiety and have clear boundaries and so on. This is Einstein talking about energy and matter. There is only light and there is only sound. There is no matter, it's all energy. This is a bit about atoms being all energy, so I won't go into that. I've already said this about emotions being old and not new. And this is very much resonates with me to do with color mirrors. As you live deeper in the heart, the mirror gets clearer and cleaner. So as we go deeper within and we do our own healing, we create a cleaner and clearer reality reflection out there. Another big fan, I'm a big fan of, is Bruce Lipton, who does epigenetics. So and I think he quotes Einstein when he says the field is the sole governing agency over the particle, and we can be masters of our own energy fields, if you like, and we can therefore create our own reality. So I want you to look at this. Hopefully you can see this clearly enough. Can you?
Yeah.
I want you to pick a bottle, which one's calling you the most, which one you're really liking, and which one you dislike the most, and try and just write it down. And if we'll probably go through and shout them out if we can. So if you can go count the rows down and count across from the right as you would read. I think that's probably the best thing. And describe the color to me, and then I can identify the bottle. So have you chosen? Don't overthink it. Your eyes will call you back to the same one. Okay, have you done?
Yeah.
Yes? Anybody not done? Okay, Val, do you want to just select? Are we done? Yeah. Okay, right. So write them down, and I might not have time to do all of them in the session. So what I might do is do, how many have we got on here? 3, 6, 7, haven't we? If I go through, Karen, what was the one you liked?
Okay, so 3 rows down, 8 across, yellow turquoise.
Okay. Also, if you put it in the chat, everybody, and then we can screenshot it and I can come back to you afterwards, because we won't have time to do it all in the session, I doubt. Rosemary, which one did you like?
3-1 is the one I like. It's kind of orange and yellow. And the one I don't like is the very same row, our number 9 and number 1 is the black and white.
Number 9, not
The very one at the very bottom row, the first one.
bottom row, first one, you don't. Okay. Okay. Val, what did you like?
So I like the orange and red, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, this one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 across, did you say?
Yeah, the one your cursor is on actually.
Oh, you can see that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then the other one I didn't like is the one that's actually just under it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, I don't want to spend too long just sort of doing this, but if we can go through, we've got Faye, what did you like?
4 along from the left, I did it though. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4 rows down. So
Okay, this
so
one.
3 along from there on the left, to the left of it.
Oh, that one. Oh, sorry, here.
To the right, 1. That one, yeah, I like that one.
Okay.
And then the one I dislike is the one that Val liked. Down and to the right, the orange and pink one.
Yep, okay. And then we've got Tana. What did you like, Tana?
I liked row 6, number 9, just a double turquoise.
Okay, 3, 6. Oh, where's that one? Where's row 6?
No, yeah, row 6. Or where have you gone? I've lost you.
Okay, I'll tell you what, can we write those in the chat and I'll come back to them because I'm just aware of time and we'll just talk through a couple of these if I may. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, just because of timing. So we can write them all down and we can come back to them later if you like. Yeah?
Yeah, we could come back with questions and stuff.
Yeah, so we can sort of go over that at the end if that's okay. But I just kind of, what I'm getting you to tune into here is, again, how you're feeling at this moment in time is going to be giving you a message. And the one you dislike is the aspect of yourself that you don't want to face at the moment, that you don't want to look at. So it's quite revealing to do as a color. But I'm going to come back to those if I may. This is just about the heart being more intelligent than the mind. And the electromagnetic field, which you're very aware of. We are everything's electromagnetic fields. You know, even the table has a electromagnetic field around it. I wanted to just touch on ascension and enlightenment and joy, because that's what's going on at the moment on the planet. And that is this is the #1 bottle in Color Mirrors, and it is called the Sun, and it's the I Am bottle, and it's the solar plexus. So everything starts with the sun and light, and this is literally what people are being faced with in the collective. And this is about facing their fears. So when you're in fear, you're out of your power. So people are literally out of their power at the moment because they're in fear of what's going on. So this is the big lesson on the planet at the moment, if you like, is for people to step into their fear, clear their fears, and everything associated with the solar plexus energy. So in Color Mirrors, this would indicate the frequency of vibration of this will indicate it could be anything to do with mental disorders and depression, mental anxiety and worry. It can be hesitation. It can be digestive disorders, because the solar plexus, the belly, is where you digest your emotions. So anything to do with eating disorders, or even just upset, irritable bowels, things like that, can be all associated with the fear energy of the yellow. ADHD, ADD, anything like that can be all in with the yellow. So the complementary frequency to this is the crown chakra, which is the violet. So this is the coronavirus energy controlling us. It's the authority, it's the father figure, if you like, of authority and discipline and control. So it's getting these two back in balance. So when we clear our fears, we step back into our power, we can reclaim our own crowns as individuals. Does that make sense to people? Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, fear, there's all of this going on in the planet. Love and power is the opposite of fear, and these are your fear responses. So there's all versions of this happening out there with people. And again, if we're aware of it triggering in ourselves, it's important to not ignore it, but just to process it out and see where it comes from, because again, it's old stuff. It's old stuff which is rearing its ugly head to be cleared once and for all. And just try and tap into those old memories of where you might have first felt that feeling. So this is the summary of the Sun bottle, the I Am bottle. So it's the source of all life, and it's the center of your being. It's about acknowledging your I Amness, the feeling of being totally connected with your highest aspect. This is true power, the recognition that the divine is in everything, and oneness is the natural state of the universe. This bottle clears confusion and fear and is helpful for sad and depression, which sits in the violet. Yellow is the color of the internet, brightness and light and joy. The color mirror system is a whole journey of ascension, and ascension is a byproduct of joy, high vibration. The only way the system could really begin with was this bottle, which reflects that joy, because ascension comes through high vibration, which comes through joy. And obviously you've got things like love and gratitude in there as well, which are high vibration, but essentially joy is going to raise our vibration. So it's how we clear on all the low vibes. Just with regards to color mirrors, I wanted to just touch on children, because obviously it's all about the kids as well at the moment, and what they're going through, and the trauma and the abuse that they are actually experiencing through what they're being put through as a collective. And color mirrors is a really powerful tool to work with children, teenagers, because they don't have the filters, they don't have the programming, the years of programming that we've had. They don't, we have to take a process really to unravel this stuff. But for them, you can just not even have a conversation. You can just get the bottles, they pick, they choose, they move them around, they play with them, and that is literally shifting frequencies as it happens. So it's a really powerful tool to use with children. And they do have a child's chakra set as well, which is a great thing to buy, because again, you don't need to have the explanation, the conversation. You can just say, how are you feeling? Pick a bottle and rub it on, and they just know on that higher level. So it's a very useful tool. Again, I wanted to just tune into, just write these down for yourself and perhaps put it in the chat for later. Which of these bottles is calling you in this now moment? So just write down which one, and we'll come back to those. Again, might not have time in the session, but we will have a go and see if we can perhaps pick one or two of you and I can go through them. So when you've chosen, have you all chosen? Yeah, shout out if anybody's not, because I can't see you all. And obviously on the recording, they can come back to this as well.
Yeah.
So these are the enlightened chakras. Now we know there's loads more, but these are within the color mirrors set. So this is the first 8 of the chakras, are the basic in your body chakras. These are the ones that say, I know I'm a soul having a human experience. I'm aware of that higher view, and I'm able to see things in a much more enlightened way and detached way, and I can observe my feelings and process them. So you're much more aware of the journey. But these are the chakras that you are experiencing. So the first one is the root chakra, the enlightened root chakra. And then we've got the enlightened sacral chakra, the enlightened solar plexus, the enlightened heart, and the enlightened throat, the enlightened brow, and the enlightened crown there. So just be aware of what you've selected, and we can perhaps pick on one of those 2 of those to go through. Okay.
Yep. Thank you.
So actually, I've got them here. I've forgotten what I did. I did this presentation a bit of a while ago. I keep adding to it. So did anybody choose this one, by the way? Shout out if anybody chose this one. No? Okay. Anyone chose this one?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so this is the sacral chakra, the enlightened one. So this is basically a rose pink under an orange. This is basically saying you're bringing in love to any areas of abuse or feeling abused, and that can be anything from, you know, bearing in mind a child, it could be that your sister stole your ice cream, up to the biggest trauma, you know, that you could imagine. So when you've cleared through these and you're able to then forgive, because within this color is forgiveness, and the only person ever to forgive is yourself, you then are able to experience bliss, because orange in its purest positive state is like the monks, and it's about bliss and enlightenment and creativity and manifestation and everything, abundance. And the rose pink is the love. Rose pink also ties in a little bit with ancestry and family lines as well. So there may be something harping back there within family. Okay.
Thank you.
Anybody chose, sorry, was going to say something?
No,
No?
just thank you.
Okay. Anybody chose this one?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so this is the solar plexus enlightens. This is wisdom, and this is this is where your yellow solar plexus alchemizes your metal to gold, essentially, and this is where you then realize your worth and your value, and you stop being small, and you start to recognize that you are a powerful, magical being, essentially, and you can create gold, but the gold starts within, and it starts by you actually valuing yourself. And you see it's top and bottom there, so this is literally in your consciousness and your subconsciousness. It's out there for all to see. So that's being authentic as well. So yellow is more ego power and ego self, whereas the gold is authentic sovereign self. Yeah. Anybody choose the heart, the enlightened heart?
I did.
Yeah. So this
Yes,
is
so did I.
very delicate. You've got the lilac over the pink there, and this is uniting your heart with your spirit. So your heart space with your crown chakra. It's also your root chakra, because pink is red with the light shone through it. So it can actually indicate intense anger with the pink, and it can indicate grief, loss and separation with the lilac. But this is essentially saying that you are literally uniting your love, your human heart with your spirit love. And it's reflecting your inner beauties, it says, to share with the world. It's also indicating the mother issues. So a lot of this is connected with mother stuff. So there may be some grief over loss of a mother, or mother issues, or literally transformation. So that could be your mother, it could be you as a mother, or anything that may feel like a mothering issue. So that's the heart. Throat chakra. Anybody choose the higher throat chakra? No one? Nope. Okay. So essentially, very quickly then, this is the throat chakra, but it's enlightened. So this is saying, I speak my spirit. So this is tuning in to your upstairs, your intuition, to your brow, and speaking your spirit, speaking what comes from that higher perspective, your inner knowing, and trusting your intuition. Okay, so the third eye, anybody choose that one? No one? So yes,
Okay, I'll choose that then.
okay.
I'm a bit late, but
Okay, so third eye, enlightened third eye. So this is clear vision. So the third eye is the brow chakra, which in the color mirrors is, well, it's indigo, and the complementary color to the indigo is the gold. Okay, so this is where you are literally aware of your connection to your intuition, and you're able to see clearly what the actual truth is with clear vision, because you've got clear at the bottom. This intensifies the gold. Clear intensifies any color that it's with. So it's also saying it's a direct channel. It gets cut straight through to that particular energy. So it's saying that, you know, you are connecting with your deep inner wisdom and inner knowing and your higher self. You came to be part of the co-creation of the golden age. So you're bringing that vision into reality, and again, the gold is making it real. This is the creation of the alchemy. So this is the manifestation again of making it real on the earth. So then we go on to the higher crown. Anybody choose this one?
I did.
Okay, so the crown chakra is crystal being. So this is where we've got the lilac and the clear. So again, the clear is intensifying the lilac. It's the direct channel to the spirit, and it's saying you're ready to be of service. So everything with the lilac is about being spiritual, being of service, and it also relates to the crystal children as well, who've come to support us at this time. The lilac, again, it could be a case of wanting to clear on feelings of separation and loss, perhaps. There might be some feelings of that. And it's also asking for forgiveness. Forgiveness sits in lilac as well. So maybe there's something to tune in there. So I know this is very rushed and very brief, but it's just giving you a little bit of a taster of what these bottles are about and how they work, because there's 87 bottles in the system. It's yeah, quite a lot.
Can I just quickly say, because I'm on my phone and it takes me a little bit longer, and I did wonder if I should have gone with the pink lilac-y one.
Okay.
And you said about mother and grief, and yeah, and that would have been perfect, because
So that
it was a year ago my mum passed away, so this week is a bit, so
okay.
yeah.
So that resonates actually more. Yeah. So so that bottle is basically saying, I'm helping you clear on that. The fact you chose that is you saying, I'm ready to clear on the energy now.
Yeah.
So that's why the bottles choose you. They're coming into your awareness because you're ready to bring that up to the surface and work through it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to touch on this bottle. I want to know how you feel about it. Just shout out how you feel about this bottle.
I don't like it.
no. I don't like it either.
There's a strong polarity.
Bad.
Anybody
Yeah.
else anybody like it?
Well, I don't like it, but it makes me think of blood.
Yeah.
I find it a bit overwhelming. I don't
Yeah.
know why.
So this is the reason I'm bringing this one up, because I think there's a lot of this going on in the collective at the moment. This is the duality bottle. This is number 11. Okay, and it's Chiron, and it's the wounded healer. So it's very much about black and white, right and wrong, us and them, vaxxed, unvaxxed, you know, racism, ageism, prejudices all over the place. Anything to divide and rule, black and white, right and wrong, yin and yang, positive, negative, blah, blah, blah. Separation, okay? Duality, separation. And that's what they want, okay? But this is about healing the wounded healer. This is about healing the duality within yourself, because everything out there is a reflection of what's going on inside of you. So if you're seeing a lot of that out there, then it's showing you that there's still some clearing to do on that feeling of separation and duality within yourself. The key to this is to bring everything back into unity, to realize that unity is made up of duality, because, you know, without the male and the female, there is no life. You know, without the protons, electrons, or whatever it is, there is no energy, there is no life force. So it is part of the whole to exist in duality and to accept without judgment. So this is actually it looks like black, but it's actually the darkest magenta, which contains all the colors. So in fact, it's actually the soul star chakra, which is divine consciousness, but it's so dark that it's obviously, you know, a lot of it's hidden in the mystery, in the depths of what looks like it's negative, but there's actually the seed of potential in all of that darkness. And then obviously the clarity of the light, which reflects it, and giving it its opposite. So this is a master number. It's telling you to look at the issues of separation. Think of the twin towers on the 11th of September. It indicates a difficult life path as you struggle to bring together the dark and the light. Look deeper. The dark is magenta, the color related to divine love and healing. Hidden in these colors are the answers to all the issues of separation. This is where you finally let go of your judgment of God, who got you into this mess in the first place. This bottle helps you to see that there has only ever been perfection in the imperfections of your life. Be willing to claim this level of mastery and fully accept the gift of divine love that is available for you now and always. So I just wanted to touch on that because it's a big thing out there, I think. And okay, so that's bringing us to the importance of the now moment. There is only the now, and we are capable of changing every single moment in time because they're separate. And that's just another little quote that I like. If you're depressed, you're living in the past. If you're anxious, you're living in the future. If you're at peace, you're living in the present, which I think is pretty accurate. That's Einstein again. I don't know if everybody's aware of Ho'oponopono. This very much resonates with color mirrors philosophy, if you like, that everything comes back to taking responsibility for what you're feeling and what you're experiencing, and just sort of recognizing it and releasing it. So it's a tool to do that. And in the sessions, I do one-to-one interactive sessions. So we get you to choose a few bottles that are calling you. You may have a specific issue, worries, pain, whatever it is. We discuss those. I'm just interpreting what the bottles are telling you. And then we pick some remedy bottles. I get you to move them around. And that's essentially how it works. Now, what works also very well is sometimes to do a double session. So we'll do a one-to-one with color and then go straight into Reiki, because then you've got that hour to relax and process out what's been said, and then I bring in some bottles for you. That, I mean, you've got all the bottles in the hut anyway, but we bring in some specific ones to put on your body, which are obviously helping you there. I can't remember what I've got next. This is my little sacred space. So that is me essentially. So these are all the 87 bottles. They all have obviously specific meanings. Very, very powerful, very, very powerful. That's yeah. That was just catching it when it snowed, which was amazing. So that's where I am, which you can come and see me in Guildford. And yeah, you have a very sort of personal session just for yourself, but it works with children, as I say. It can work with families. It works very well with teams. I used to, in my olden days, be a trainer and a coach, and I had to deal with a lot of team issues, and colours are very powerful and would work very well in team building exercises. So anything like that. And I mean, on my website, I have also got a service where I can offer, I could go around, you know, like they used to have Tupperware parties in the old days, or Ann Summers or whatever it was. I can come to somebody's house, the host would go free, and as long as there's enough people there, then we could have a couple of hours. You have to be fairly good friends, because there's usually a few tears. When people get insights, they get these things of recognitions, and you know, it's obviously coming up, which is great because it's coming up to the surface for clearing. So yeah, powerful. It's powerful and swift. So this is me, and I think, I mean, I've probably missed out loads, but I just wanted to go get through this really, so that we could perhaps get back to some of the colors with you. So if you'd like to, what I do is I'll bring this up. So this is the website, which you might just, the bottle's a bit clearer, yeah? So has anybody got any questions, or shall I jump into just having a look at people's bottles now?
Well, would everyone like to go into the bottles? Yeah, I think people want to go into the bottles.
That silence is that you want to get onto the bottles. So,
I think so. That's what I'm reading from people's faces.
Yeah.
Shout if that's not true.
Okay. All right. So I'll do one at a time. We'll see how we do for timing. So Karen,
yeah,
you chose 28. We'll do this one first. So 28 is New Beginnings. So this is a beautiful bottle, and it's yellow. It's actually one of the most positive in the set. It's associated with Lakshmi, the goddess of good fortune. It's known as the sunshine over Atlantis. Very, very positive. It's 28 reducing to 10 reducing to 1, so very much new beginnings. It's the yellow of the solar plexus. This is your power, coming into your power, being fearless. It's also the turquoise of high heart. So this is the green of the heart and the blue of the throat, giving the high heart of the turquoise, which is communication from the heart. So this is expressing your feelings, but speaking your truth emotionally, but it can also be about releasing tears and unfreezing those frozen emotions. It may also indicate a need to release fear and control. So that might be something to look at. But yeah, it's a very positive bottle. Lovely. Yeah. How does that feel?
Yeah, that feels right. A lot of what you said, I think, is quite true.
Yeah.
I'm quite known for expressing my truth.
Great. Well, I know I'm whizzing through, but let me just. Okay. So the next one I've got here is Rosemary, who chose 21, I believe. Yeah. Is that right, Rosemary?
Yeah.
Okay. So you chose the key, which is at the age of 21, you get the key to the door. So this is basically saying you're a grown-up now. Off you go, and you take full responsibility for your life and all you do, and celebrate that. So it's actually a very positive one with the gold of your enlightened, authentic self and the yellow of your solar plexus. So it's all about sort of confidence and so on. But the key to this is to clear on any self-doubt. So this bottle is about if you've got any hesitations about your worth or your value, or you know who you are as an individual, this is saying it's time to clear on those because you have it all within you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make a lot of sense. A lot of things are happening at the moment that fits in with.
Yeah, and 21 reduces to 3, and 3 in color mirrors is Jupiter, which is the planet of expansion. So it's saying when you release all this self-doubt and you value yourself and you get into your self-worth, then you can just do nothing but expand, because Jupiter's the largest planet and it just expands and it just manifests. So it's very positive in that sense. Okay. What did we have next? We had Val with C10, didn't we? Okay, so C10 is this one. This is the sacral chakra, which I think we saw a bit because of the enlightened chakras. So this is about bringing love into the abuse. So this is essentially saying, really, it's a lot of this is about forgiveness. And if you ever felt you were abused in any way, shape or form, it's knowing that on a soul level, you did choose it to experience the healing that goes with it, and therefore then the enlightenment, because you then come to a state of bliss and peace and self-love and self-forgiveness. So again, once you've cleared on those feelings, being the sacral chakra, it's about creativity. So massive expansion and creativity with the orange and the pink, with the creativity with love, creativity through love, because of the pink combination there. Does that make sense, Val?
Yeah, very good. Very in line with current situation. So that's good.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
I'm whizzing through, but you know, you're getting the gist, hopefully. So Faye, we had 34. I think you had 34, which is
that one. Yeah, that's the one.
yeah. Okay. So this is another beautiful, well, I'm a bit biased, but this is the whale. So it's actually pale turquoise and blue. And this is everything that you might imagine with the sea and the waters and the oceans. And it's very much about fresh new beginnings. It's about having faith and saying that you're right on track in your soul journey. It's also communication with it's about a higher communication, because you've got the turquoise there and you've got blue. So you've got the high heart communication and you've got the throat communication. So it's like a double whammy of communication, but it's all heart-centered. And this, like it says with the title, it's whales. So the whales came in, I'm going to explain this wrong, but when the information was fed down to the earth, it was fed into the water and into the whales, being the largest mammals. They were the biggest information holders on the earth originally. So it's basically saying you are, you know, one of the big information holders and able to communicate that out to the world. Turquoise is also about mass media and internet. So it could be a lot of social media type stuff or internet connection.
My job's head of communications, so and I get all my information from water. Usually I get a lot of downloads.
Oh my god, well, that's great validation for me, so thank you for sharing that. So that's perfect. It's perfect. So the thing to make sure you're clearing on is to release control with the turquoise. Control only ever usually comes because somebody doesn't feel safe in some way. So it's basically saying it's safe to release control and have trust. Trust is in turquoise. So that's about when you're able to release control and have trust, you're then able to flow like the waters and go with the flow. And the blue is about, again, speaking the truth, speaking your truth. And it's about peaceful communication. So blue is very much about peace. It's the feminine intuition energy as well. So it's the nurturing communication. So it could be that you are a peacekeeper as well, a bit of a facilitator almost as well. So does that make sense then?
Yes. My 5/5s as well. My soul. It's all, yeah, it's all the same with me. Spot on. Very good.
Okay. Great. And the 34 reduces to 7. 7 in colour mirrors is the Neptune bottle. So again, this comes back to more turquoise, deeper turquoise, but it's trust through expression. So it's trusting your own communication processes as well. Okay, so I didn't write the others down. So what did we have for Christine? What did you choose for your one that you liked?
I chose pink, like a pinky mauve.
Okay, can you remember what row it was?
It was the first row and it was 6 in from the left.
The first row.
6 in from the left to right.
Okay, the first row. So this, do you mean this one? I've got my cursor on.
Yes.
Okay, so this is Venus. It's actually pink. It's just
pink.
you threw me with the mauve there.
Oh, right.
Okay, so this is Venus. So this is, as you might imagine, this is everything to do with love. Okay, absolutely everything. Venus is the god of love, and this is all about harmony and joy in relationships. It's about accepting, and it's about unconditional love, and everything that I say is always about the self. So this is about unconditional self-love. It starts with the self. Now it can also indicate, because I said before, pink is red with the light shone through it. So this relates to root chakra stuff. So this could also relate to clearing on feelings of feeling like you're abandoned or rejected or unloved. So it might be something in the childhood or way back that might need to be explored and felt to be released one last time. It can also indicate intense anger, because red would be anger, but the fact that it's a pale red is still anger. So there would be something there to perhaps explore, to release on. And the fact that you've got it top and bottom, this is out there in the consciousness. It's not buried, it's not lurking underneath, it's not suppressed, it's out there. So does that make any sense to you?
Yes, no, that's great. Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay. So then we've got Tana. What did you choose, Tana?
I actually wrote it down wrong, and I actually chose the Wales and the Neptune one. So you've already explained that one. Thank you.
Okay, that's interesting. Brilliant. And then Gemma, what did you choose?
It was on the right hand side, so I put it in chat. It's right down the bottom.
Yeah.
I think it's this. I think it's that one which has got the like paley blue at the bottom and just looks clear at the top. Go up a bit.
This one?
No, keep going up.
Oh, up, going up.
Stop. Right. Okay. So the one to the left of that one. Yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the Ohm. It's actually platinum, but they sometimes look slightly different in the top and bottom, but this one's got a very nice shimmer with it. But this is it's a G number because it's Gaia. The first 36 of the set are when you're kind of in the story, you know you're a human having the dramas and the stories, and then you get the chakra set, and then after the chakra set you get the Gaia set. So this is when you're very aware that you're a soul having a human experience. You're a bit more detached from the picture, if you like, and can see it from the sort of higher viewpoint. So the Om, as it suggests, is the sound of creation, and it's about feeling complete oneness with everything that exists. And it's about, platinum is about vastness, so it's about cosmic energy, about everything out there, and it can be slightly futuristic as well. And because platinum is like a blue lilac, there is that element of the communication within that, but it's unspoken communication. So this could be telepathy, you know, literally just tuning in and knowing and tapping into other beings to communicate. But essentially it's saying that, you know, tuning into that sound of creation and clearing any fear-based human DNA and activation of love-based DNA, because the complementary of the platinum is actually the palest gold. So what is underneath this energy is about clearing on your smallness. So if you've ever felt that you're small and insignificant, not worthy, this is your chance to clear on it, because platinum is saying you're vast, we're all vast, and it's knowing that you are connected to that sound of creation. And it's in the top and bottom again, so you've got a double whammy. So it's out there in the consciousness. Does that make sense to you?
Maybe, I don't know.
Just let
I'm
it
definitely on the smallness thing, but I'm just not sure. But yeah, okay, thank you.
Yeah. So if it, you know, if you're feeling the opposite, then it's clearing on feeling small, feeling on lack of self-worth and keeping yourself down, because it's basically saying you are vast and you are connected to everything and all that is. And you've got a 19 reducing to 10 and then 1. So there is the 1, which is the new beginnings as well. This is a bit of a gateway energy, and it's a very still energy. So this is like a pause before a new adventure or a new sort of stage in life. So this is sort of taking stock type energy as well before you move on to the next phase. So if it doesn't resonate straight away, just let it percolate, because you've chosen it for a reason.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Right.
Is it possible to give Sue a chance to have a look, because she came in a little bit later?
Yeah, of course. Everybody's all right for time.
I think so.
Yeah, so Sue, have a look at these. I'll scroll down, or I could do it on the, well, there is the other one which has got them all on, but this is actually a bit of an easier.
If you unmute yourself, so you can shout out.
Yeah, if you see one that's calling you.
Okay, so if you come down a little bit more, or basically come back up again.
Okay, so you've already selected, yeah?
Yeah, I selected. Okay, stop. And it's the second one in the middle that we can see. Yeah, that's it.
This one?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the higher crown. This is, so higher crown chakra. So this is like the soul star chakra. This is magenta and pink. And as you might imagine, it's everything to do with love and divine consciousness. But it's this particular bottle is called the bridge, because the soul star chakra is the bridge between the human and the divine. Okay, so when you get magenta, you get like it's kind of gone full circle. You've gone from the red at the bottom and you've gone full circle through the color spectrum right round to the violet, and it's the combination of violet and red that makes magenta. So it's literally heaven on earth, if you like, and the connection between being human and a divine soul. So it's also particularly to do with grief, this one, and a big support for the inner child, and to actually give birth to something totally new. So this could be about, you're about to start something totally new, a new project, a new business, a new whatever. But it could also do with birthing and babies physically, or like I say, metaphorically. So does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Particularly there's sort of like the new business, the new venture, that kind of thing. So yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And the 8, you've got the 8 there, which is actually links to the planet Saturn. And Saturn is the violet, which is the crown chakra, but it's the planet, you know, it's like dad. We call it Sat-on. So it's also about, you can't rush it. It's about everything's got to be done in its time. It's got to be done in certain order. And there's sort of processes you need to go through, because planet Saturn can be to do with sort of authority and time and restriction and stuff like that. So it's sort of about having order with the way you do it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it certainly does, actually, because yeah, I want to get moving and things, yeah, sort of holding me back, but yeah, I have to be very patient.
So that's kind of hopefully given you, I'll stop sharing now for
that'd be great.
So that's kind of given you a bit of an overview. I could just go on and on, but you know, you have to sort of draw a line somewhere. But it's a very beautiful tool, and it's a very powerful tool. Without, you know, the way I describe it is, you don't have to pick away at the old wounds. You very quickly identify, and then you just, you know, and of course it's about free will as well. So, you know, the body and you have to decide, you know, you're ready to let it go. And like all of you that do these practices, there are layers. And so, you know, people should come back ideally and have a few sessions. And the best way is to do, you know, a block of a few sessions, but, you know, people will do what they do. So, but I can do any combination of anything. So I can do a block of 3, 6 or 9, or I can just do, as I say, the double sessions work very well, where you do a 1-to-1 with the colors, and then you go in and have a Reiki or a massage, because then that person gets to really relax and process everything that's been sort of brought up to the surface. You can buy the bottles. They're not cheap because they're handmade in South Africa. They are aromatherapy oils. So it's oil and water that makes the split. So you can literally rub them on you in bits, or the best way is to have a bath and a soak in literally all of it. Very luxurious, but as anybody who knows about the body will know that the skin is the largest organ, and it's porous like a tea bag, so it will absorb all of that frequency. You're recommended to sit in the bath for an hour, so it's a real sort of time to perhaps process. And then, as I say, you've got the sprays, which you can do like little perfumes, and there's about 50 sprays, so they've all got single frequencies. So, you know, you might want to have a little look on the website afterwards and tune into a spray and think, oh, you know, what's that telling me? Because again, they all have messages. In the sets, there is the planets, there's the numbers, there's the astrology, there is the chakras, there are angels, there are dragons, archangels, I should say, dragons. These are more with the sprays, angels and dragons, and elements. You've got the metal and the earth and the fire and the water and so on. So yeah, there's a lot going on. But yeah, it's good stuff. So
thank you, Helen.
Any questions?
Brilliant. Yeah, anyone got any questions
or comments?
Just a quick question, Helen. So you said to us, pick one that you like and one you don't like. So the one that you dislike, how does that, like when you're looking at the, you know?
So the one that you dislike, and I mean, the reason I didn't want to harbour on about it here, or you know, sort of hone in on anybody in particular, is the one you don't like is the aspect of yourself that you don't really want to look at. Okay, so it's sort of calling you to explore what it is you're not wanting to face. So again, I haven't written those all down, but if you want to ping it to me in the message, or just go online, but if you can't find your one, then message me and I can let you know which one it is, but it'll all be in there. But you know, as with all of these things, the message on the website is the sweet, positive one, and I'm the one that gives you the nitty gritty underneath it.
Helen, would you mind terribly if I just asked you, because mine was the one that Val chose as a positive. It was the orange and pink one, the sacral chakra.
Okay.
Just very relevant again, I think. Very recently. Would you mind just giving me the hard truth on that one, please?
So this is the sacral chakra, yeah? This is the orange and the pink.
Yeah.
So it's clearing on abuse.
Okay.
In a nutshell. Okay. Now that could be real abuse, real trauma, and okay, I'm sure I can say this to you guys because you're all in that field. I did a fair last year, and a woman sought me out. She'd seen that I was coming to the fair. She sought me out, and she came straight over to me, and she said, "I know what bottle I want. I want that bottle." And it was C10. And I started to say to her exactly that. I said, well, this is sort of, you know, about abuse and bringing love into that. And she said, I was raped. So, you know, it validates the bottles. So she'd straight away tuned in to what she needed. And that was to bring love into that. She was ready to look at it. She was at that point in her life where she was ready to start to forgive, start to heal on that, and start to bring some love back and heal that trauma. And then when she'd done that, the end result is the most beautiful orange of bliss and orange of self-worth and manifestation and creativity, and the pink of love that goes with it. So, you know, it blows me away really how it validates all the time with people. You know, I do sessions and they say, you've just described my life. Well, you know, that's great, but it's the way it really helps people is when they start working with it, and they really need to sort of have that journey. And that's what I've done. Obviously, I've done the journey like you guys have. I've done the journey of healing, using it. And then, you know, through that, you become the practitioner. And obviously, I've done all the study and all the rest of it. And I'm a teacher of it as well. So I can do workshops too. I will be at Harry Edwards, by the way, little plug. Harry Edwards on the 9th of July, the Saturday, is it? I think it's a Saturday. And I'll be at Wellfest as well.
Yeah, that is a Saturday, yeah.
On the Sunday. So, you know, if you want to see them a bit more, come and see me there, or come book a session or whatever. It's fine.
So
oh, say again, Karen? You're free
to clarify then, so as Faith, just to clarify, as Faith had one, am I freezing? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Try again.
Oh, we're all back.
Yeah, I think
yeah,
you're back.
We're back. Okay, so because Faith didn't like that one, does that almost mean that that is the one she needs?
Well, essentially, I mean, we kind of need a lot of them, but it's probably one that she could really do with working with, because she doesn't want to look at it. And the way we heal is to heal all those aspects of ourselves, whether we like them or not. And as we know, the things that trigger us are the things that need healing. And generally the things that trigger us, well, not generally, it's because it's something within somebody else, which is a reflection of us. So it's within us that we don't want to look at. So, you know, all of those relationships with our families and our partners and our siblings that have triggered us. Sorry, my cat's just knocking on the cat flap to come in. That's what it's about. So those things we don't want to look at are the ones that do need to be addressed more than any other. Bear with me. He can use it. He just wants service. Yeah. So does that make sense?
Yeah, no, definitely it does. Yeah, it's really fascinating. I find it all really, really fascinating. It's very interesting stuff.
So any other questions, any comments?
I was lucky enough to come and visit you and have a session, so that was wonderful. And I also love, you know, the clearing through, you know, the smell, you know, smelling the sprays.
Yeah,
which is a really nice complement to everything.
Yeah, we can't obviously do that online, but they all have a very, it's kind of what you might imagine. So I know that sounds bizarre, but you know, you imagine the green to smell fresh, and it smells like apples or citrus, and you know, the sort of the platinum ones smell sort of powdery and sort of soft, and then the Uriel, the earth one, and the earth one, they smell of the earth, and it's kind of weird, but that, you know, well, it's not weird, they're made like that, but so you know, that does help. And of course, as you know, the smell is your limbic area. It's your most ancient reptilian part of your brain, so it goes right the way back. It bypasses again, so it's connecting back to the old stuff, so it's all helping that clearing process. So when I do the sessions, I get you to just, again, pick blind for the sprays, because your higher self knows that that's another message for you, and it's just helping with those layers. So yeah, it's you come up smelling lovely, don't you, Val?
Yeah.
Helen, could you tell me what number? I missed what number mine was. It was the double turquoise Neptune whale one.
So the whale was 34.
34.
But 34 reduced to 7. So you might want to look at number 7, which is Neptune. Yeah, so reduce the numbers and you can have a look at those as well.
I'm sorry, I'm going to miss you at Harry Edwards. I'm a volunteer there.
Oh, are you? Oh, bless you.
I have a hip replacement on Monday, so I won't be there.
Oh, well, I hope it goes well.
Thank you very much, and good luck to you.
I might see you another time, because I think I might be doing some workshops on their retreats.
I'm sure you will, definitely. Thank you very much.
All right. Anybody else got any questions or comments or?
I just find it all fascinating. It's quite new to me. I think Christine's got a question. Have you got a question?
Yeah, thank you. Very interesting. I think you said earlier on that depression is in the past, peace is in the present, and what was in the future? Was it worry?
Anxiety. Yeah, so anxiety. Yeah.
Okay.
That was Lao Tzu, I think, doing that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. And the other question I had, you mentioned your website, but what is your website, or is it up there somewhere?
Yeah, I did have it on the presentation, but it's okay. It's Color Alchemy .life.
Okay, thank you.
I'll put it on the chat so you can have
also what we tend to do is we say the next week is your time. You're on the Telegram group. It's your time to put whatever you want in there so people can pick it out, and whatever you put in there I'll put in the WhatsApp bit, because we've got that as well, so that you, whatever is going on for you, the Harry Edwards or whatever you want to promote, put it in there, including all your contact details.
Okay, brilliant.
So it's your time to do that.
Lovely. And if anybody's got any questions, but as I say, what you've chosen you should be able to identify. Go on the website, but if you can't find it, just describe it to me on message and I'll be able to pin it down for you.
How did you get into color mirrors?
I discovered it about 30 odd years ago. I went to a psychic fair in Guildford, weirdly enough, and the lady was booked up all day, and I got the last appointment of the day, and I just cried my eyes out. I could not believe what I was seeing. It totally spoke to me. And I did study it then. It was Aura Soma in those days. But life had other plans. I had my journey to go on, and so I had a bit of a detour or two. But it found me again, and I seem to have done everything twice. I did color twice, I did Reiki twice, I did aromatherapy massage twice, tapping I haven't done twice, but it just seems to be one of those things. So I'm doubly qualified now. But yeah, again, it's timing, and we all have our paths to go down. And you know, I can do numerology. That was the other thing I was going to mention. So you could have your birth chart path done in the colors, and you know, again, that's quite amazing. One of my numbers are 31. Well, my two reduced numbers are 31-4, and 31 is the Hermit, funnily enough, which is accurate. And so I need my own space. I need to be able because I could never say no. My boundaries is my issue. So that was all about the green and the hermit and the heart space. And that reduces to 4, which is the Uranus bottle, which is very prevalent on the planet at the moment, because this is all about revolution. So this is about everything being flipped upside down, chaos, but revolution. It's planet of the future, it's truth. The truth will out, there's no going back. So, you know, it's amazing what is happening and how it sort of all ties in with everything. But yeah. So
you saying you're number 4 numerologically?
Yeah, as an end number, yeah.
Yeah, I'm number 4 as well.
Oh well, you are,
I live at number 31, and that was before I knew I was a 4.
So there you go. Well, so go onto the website and look at the bottle Uranus number 4.
Uranus number 4.
Yeah,
I'll have a look at that.
So yeah, no, it's amazing. It's amazing. But no, I did. I worked in a travel agent. I did sales, and I became one of the trainers. So I used to teach all the new recruits how to be travel agents, and I was in hospitality for quite a few years, and sales. So kind of, you know, so I've got, you know, like most of us, we have a past life of that world, don't we? And
yeah,
but yeah, no, it's and like most people, the last 2 years has changed, and I've stepped into the void properly, and I'm now not waiting, I'm just trusting the path to open up for me. And
yeah,
the PHA was the big,
I was going to ask you to mention that.
Yeah, the PHA is a big thing at the moment, and that just resonates with my soul. It feels right. And I think that I've kind of always held back a little bit because I didn't want to be in the public. I didn't want to be in the matrix illusion game. And this is all for the people, by the people. It's bringing holistic health to the fore now. So where it's all of you guys that have been repressed or not approved of by the government and squashed down, there is a massive movement now. This is only 2 months old. It's going international already, and it's about bringing it back to the community. It's local, but it's natural, holistic health. We are taking NHS nurses on board as well. So we've got, you know, people that can deal with acute care, but then we've got everything down the line to something like I do, which is, and probably a lot of you guys, where you're looking at the emotions underneath what is manifesting these things. So it's a totally new approach to, well, not new, it's going back to what it should be.
Yeah.
So it's getting it back to grass level. There are hubs everywhere. I think within 2 months, there are 80 hubs now in the UK so far. Pam Gregory's on board. Dr. Sam White, they are trying to make contact with loads of different people. I think they've spoken to Mike Yeadon.
Okay.
You know, all sorts of high profile people. Hold the line, stand in the park, you name it. And if you go, I'll put the link to the website, but at the bottom will be all the affiliates so far.
You put it on the Soul Solutions, put it on there. So it stands for People's Health Alliance.
People's Health Alliance, yeah.
I haven't heard of it.
Yeah, so we're all starting off as volunteers, and we're all just trying to create this thing. You know, but we've all got to earn a living. It's all energy exchange, as you know. But I think what will happen is down the line there'll be a scale. So, you know, members of the PHA would get a special rate compared to what you might normally charge, that kind of thing. But yeah, it's all got to be, it's all at the birthing stage now. So it's yeah, there's a lot of chat at the moment, but it's brewing.
And the Birtham Wellness, where in Birtham is that, so people know?
So Sainsbury's, you've got the Sainsbury's roundabout, and then there's a park opposite. It's in that park.
And it's on the 17th, that's right.
It's 17th, yeah. So that's the Sunday. So Harry's is the Saturday and the Birtham is the Sunday. So I'll pop that on there if that's okay.
Yeah, pop it on there. Brilliant.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you so much for having me on anyway. I hope you found it interesting.
I think everyone found it very interesting, and really, really appreciate you taking the time to explain and bring your colour magic to us.
Oh, you're very welcome. Yeah, I am.
Thank you, Helen.
You're very, very welcome. And any questions, just message me. That's absolutely fine.
Perfect. Thank you. So thank everyone for coming. Again, just to say, Suzanne will be back with us. At the moment she's on holiday, but she will be back with us as our founding founder of this group. You know, it'll be nice to have her back. But Rosemary's been amazing. I would say that because she absolutely is. She's my technical genius, because I don't want to say the word useless, but not very good at technical stuff.
You have your own skills.
I have my own skills, and it's not in that area. So, so again, I thank Rosemary for always helping out, which is brilliant. And thank you all for coming.
Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed it. And we'll be back in a couple of weeks. I need to firm that one up, but we'll put it in the group. Meanwhile, Helen, put whatever you want for the next week in the Telegram.
Thank you. Thanks very much, everybody.
Take care.
Thank you, Helen. Bye.
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 Bye. Bye.
Bye. Stop. You gotta stop the recording.